Four Seasons in itself was just a representation of literally the four seasons, taking us through a 5-course menu, but having each season represented with the Gitanyow salmon. Throughout the courses, you will see different ingredients used that we would find within my community. I'm Mohawk, Niwekenhnheke. I'm from Mohawks First Nations, so about 100 kilometers north of the city of Barrie. A lot of people have asked me as I'm going through and developing menus, especially for the restaurant and for these special events, what Indigenous voice am I representing? And I'm representing the Haudenosaunee voice, which is my background. So you're going to see things like rosehip, you're going to see things like cedar and tamarack and dried white pine and balsam fir. When we were first talking about and researching the dinner and talking about the fish in itself, seeing some of the folks in Gitanyow dip netting, watching the video about the people and the connection to that, it made me question what were our practices. It made me stop and think about, where does my food come from? Who is the person behind it? Because there's always a story behind every single ingredient that we have. There's a definitive color difference when we're looking at farm raised versus wild caught. Beautiful, like vibrant, like reddy, orange, like color fire, which is what my Indigenous name means, is fire. There's nothing that compares to that. Seeing what Gitanyow is doing and the battle that they've had to go through is inspiring. And it reminds us that we're not fully there yet. We still have a lot of work to do to get to that stage where we're accepting of Indigenous ingredients and Indigenous harvesters and producers. I can remember a time when our foods were looked down upon, when it wasn't cool to be Indigenous, when you would hide it. There was being able to blend in. It is so exciting to see so many organizations and persons in different communities coming together to highlight Indigenous ingredients, Indigenous foods, Indigenous history and culture, the experience. It reinstates pride within our youth, and the youth are able to take that and realize it's okay to be me.